All right, so DJ Akademiks, aka OVO Akademiks, aka Glizak, aka Power Glazer,
It's Cardi time!
is now saying that fans are questioning Kendrick Lamar and his numbers after Spotify started deleting bots. Spotify started deleting bots. When did that happen? Is that a thing? So let's see what this nigga gotta say.
Let's talk about Kendrick. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, chat. I've heard Kendrick isn't that either until recent. I heard this is a story told to me, could be wrong. They said Kendrick wasn't into botting until him and his team thought the only way Drake could be that big, Drake had to be botting, so they start botting. It's like saying, ain't no way this nigga that smart. He got to be cheating, so you start cheating too.
This is already a stupid ass angle. So you're trying to tell me that Kendrick Lamar and his team are so fixated and worried about Drake that they felt like the only way that Drake was doing what he was doing was because he was botting, and they was like, yo, if you can't beat him, join him.
Really, nigga?
That's where we going with this shit. Spinning that you doing, my nigga, is insane at this point. This shit is acrobatic. Yo.
Hey, yo, what the?
Yo, you spinning on this shit in a very acrobatic way. Whatever flips you doing, bro, this shit is crazy. The amount of effort you put in on the shit at this point is wild. Wild, bruh. You put in all types of effort on this shit. Acrobatic type spinning. Like, how many angles are y'all gonna reach for, bruh? They so fixated on Drake and what he got going on that they said, if you can't beat him, join him because we know he using bots. Yeah. Let's continue this.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're in baseball and be like, ain't no way this motherfucker is doing all this without some steroids. Let me go get the steroids too. Okay? So from what I want to be honest with y'all. For what I've heard about Kendrick, he's an off-the-muscle artist too, but they started spicing up songs during the battle and they've continued after. Now, nothing crazy. Like, a crazy thing would be like you're giving it 2 to 3 times what the real streams are. Nothing crazy. I'm hearing like 10 to 15% scaled over time. Okay? Which means, let's say you see a Kendrick song, I don't know, say Squabble Up. Like, I don't know, you want let's, again, I'm going off of just what I'm hearing.
Yo, shout out to Alicia. Yeah, it has been proven wrong. It's already been proven wrong. Like, in another post from this guy, he said that he spoke to someone. His guy told him, yo, the streams are real. So now here you are, after all this is going on, and you see that your boy looking crazy and your boy getting smashed out here, and now all of a sudden you back to talking about bots. Like, come on, man. Are you in media or not? You heard, you got all these sources. So what sources are you hearing this from when you already heard before that the streams were real? So who are you hearing this from? Like, I feel like that's very like disingenuous to do, to just be like, I heard from who? Is this person somebody on the inside? This person, who is this person? Because you can hear anything, dog. But it's what they do with it.
Let's go to, what should we type in? Kendrick. Yeah, let's go to Kendrick, right? All right, Squabble Up. Squabble Up at 325 million. Now, granted, I think this is the actual number because I think Spotify deleted a bunch of fake streams, which some people claim Kendrick was part of it. But let's say 400 million. Well, I guess I can't because we already seen the corrected shit. Okay, let's say this was the inflated numbers. If the inflated numbers was 325, it would be like 50, 60 million or maybe like 70. But they're not botting. Like, this is what I've heard about. Like, Kendrick ain't botting like half of his streams.
This is what I heard. This is what I heard.
He's botting about what's industry standard, a 10 to 15% fluff. And you do it.
So if it's industry standard, is that not what Drake is doing? Like, what are we even talking about here anymore? Like, if it's industry standard, right? And let's say like people are doing this outside of their control, is it not what Drake is doing as well? Like, what are we talking about at this point, man? This shit is exhausting as shit, dog. Golly.
Do it in a scaled way to make the record look like it's taken off early on. And when more and more people get brainwashed because of that to listen to the record, you scale down the bot.
This nigga done literally just explained Nokia. You literally just explained Nokia just right now. Like, Nokia is a record that they have been forcing people to accept. They literally was paying people to post this shit.
Drake launched a pay-per-view challenge where content creators could earn 25 to 50 cents per 1,000 views just for making videos using the songs.
They was paying people to be all over social media doing TikToks of this dumbass gas record, my nigga. Like, what are we talking about right now? And wouldn't that be exactly what you saying? You saying this, that they did that because they wanted to eventually catch on. That's what they was doing for this dumbass record. Are we being serious right now? This got to be the dumbest shit I ever heard, man.
And real people pick up the heavy lifting. That's what I've heard.
That's what I've heard. Like, bro, what information do you have? Because you are the guy who supposedly you got ties. You know the industry. You know more than everybody else because you always talking about how much you know and how much inside information you got. So how much is it is information that you know versus information that you heard? Because you keep saying you heard from who, nigga? Who told you this? This shit makes no sense. Who told you this information? Golly, man. It is crazy. Yo, shout out to Mo, man, with the super chat. Mo said, ass. Oh, shit, that's the wrong button. That was the wrong button. Ass. Gas, nigga. Golly, dog. This shit makes no sense, man. Bruno once said that part. Industry standards mean Drake benefits from it and probably had a far better bot deal on the table. Facts, man. Like, come on, man. Like, don't do this, man. Don't do this to yourself. Do not do this to yourself, bro. This shit is wild, man. I don't see how people listen to the shit that this man says and like take it as like fact. This shit is weird.
I don't want to center this just around Kendrick because I know Drake fans want to do that. There's a lot of botters in the game.
Drake fans want to, bro, you. Why is he talking about Drake fans like it's a separate entity now? Oh, I know why. I get it, bro. It's because he's spinning on Kanye shit right now, bro. Golly, man. Glazing over here. Now you glazing over there. Like, you on Kanye shit now. I get it. So now it's the Drake fans want to do that, but you know, we over here, we do. All right. I get it. Kanye showed you some love, so now you feeling like, yo, it's Kanye, you know, all the chips on Kanye. Cool.
There's a lot of botters in the game. The big artists, and again, let me just take it off of Kendrick. The big artists in the game, okay, if they're going to indulge in botting, it's going to be between 10 to 30%. They're not doing more than it, okay? They're not doing more than that. Now, do I think Spotify should let us know who's doing this? Yes.
Nigga set that shit up like he got some crazy important shit to say. Nigga just quiet.
What is that?
Okay, what? The guy, bro, get to it, man. Like, damn. It seemed like he was about to say some crazy shit. And then he just pausing and don't stop shit to say. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm about to leave this shit, man. You working too hard, bro. You working too hard to come up with a story, yo. Like, you working way too hard for this shit, man. You saying you want to take this off of Kendrick. You don't want to put this on Kendrick. You want to talk about everybody else. But your post is all about Kendrick. You are basically using this as a cope to show everybody why Kendrick has the numbers he has, but then at the same time, you're completely removing Drake from that equation. Talk about the fact that if you're saying this and it's true, then it applies to Drake and every other artist. Don't say other artists and not bring Drake into this shit, bro. Like, come on, man. Say he glaze hopping. He definitely glaze hopping, yo. He said, y'all remember that scene in Players Club when the big ballers came in to spend money and all the hoes ran over? That's acting in the hip-hop space. Yo, I got a solo cup with string coming from ass to ear. Yo, y'all terrible, man. Look how he set that shit up like he about to say something crazy, and then this nigga don't got shit to say. He's just scrolling looking for shit.
I don't think Drake. No, I don't think Kendrick. Not Kendrick. I don't think Cardi. I don't think Cardi bots.
Oh yeah. So now he don't think Cardi bots. So everybody bots, everybody else, but Cardi doesn't, you know, and you're not even going to talk about Drake, but Cardi doesn't, but you're going to try to bring up some shit to say that you heard that Kendrick does. And then you try to slide in, oh, just 20%, 30%. You say shit like that because you want people to buy what you're saying. That's why you say shit like that, bro. But we on it. We get it.
But you never know. Yo, chat, you really never know, bro. Supposedly Drake was the #1 streamed artist in the month of March. So if you're wondering, the most streamed artist on Spotify, and I don't know if this is minus the bots, but Drake narrowly beat out Kendrick Lamar. He beat out Cardi, Travis Scott, Future. Ye's still up there. Got Eminem, Tyler, the Creator. We have Doechii. Wow.
Dorchie? This nigga so detached, bro. This nigga said Dorchie.
Am I a hater if I'm like, I haven't fully committed to the Doechii wave yet, but the numbers are telling me
Who the fuck is Dorchie, bro? Like, what is? Nah, he doing this shit on purpose.
that is lit.
Nah, he doing.
I'm always a little curious when the numbers are telling me something that my soul and my heart ain't telling me. But she does seem talented, and I am rooting. We got Wayne, Juice WRLD,
Just say you don't listen, bro.
Savage, Baby, Don Toliver. Damn, Savage is out streaming Baby, and Baby just dropped an album? Wow. You know, I talked to Savage the other night, right? So I told him, I said, man, we need a drop. Y'all need a Savage album right now? This is what we need. Savage need a drop.
Nah, we need you to drop the fuck out of this space, bro. That's what we need. We need you to fucking drop. Take a break. Go do some Kanye shit, man. Yeah. Golly, bro. This shit wild, man. They said talking about the boys' numbers like it's a month-to-month release. Yeah, they said it's Savage time. This is why I can't deal with his shit. I feel like all the shit he does is disingenuous. It's just bullshit. It's super cornball. And yeah, Alicia brought up a good point. There's a reason why this claim was taken out of court. If you don't know, that was removed from the lawsuit that Drake has filed because yes, there still is a lawsuit. He still is suing for defamation for getting his ass kicked, and basically he's being a Karen. He's a Karen of hip hop, and you know, that part got taken out for a reason. There's a reason why. And whether you want to believe that it just wasn't true, that the botting allegations, and they could definitely prove that, or they dropped it because they know that they utilized it. Whichever way you look at it, they dropped it for a reason. So, you know, that part, you know, he not going to talk about. And he also not going to talk about the fact that Spotify confirmed to Akademiks that Kendrick Lamar did not use bots to stream, to boost streams. And this is what he said. I'll be honest, I talked to my man from Spotify. He said them Kendrick streams are real. So this is what it looks like when you try to spin a narrative to your liking, right? You spoke to someone, right? Because, you know, when it comes to stuff like this, he can tell you he spoke to his guy at Spotify. But when you talking about something about somebody saying, well, he used it because he felt like if they were using it, we got to use it too. Now it's I heard. Now it's I heard. Every other time you'll say, I spoke to this guy at Spotify. I spoke to this exec that's close to this. I spoke to that. Now all of a sudden it's I heard. Where did you hear it from? X, nigga? Like, bro, you could literally have heard this from X, or you literally was probably sleeping and then you woke up in a hot sweat and you said, Drake. And then you thought about this shit. Now all of a sudden you heard. No, nigga, it's you. Fuck out of here, man. Out of here, man. Out of here with the narratives. Take that Nokia shit somewhere else. We ain't trying to hear that shit right now, man. Hip hop is hip hop. That is not a hip hop record. It's not rap. But then again, they want to talk about it like it's in the rap charts and like we don't want to hear that shit, bro. Take that shit somewhere else, bro. Insane, man. Insane. Akademiks has turned into the Alex Jones of hip hop media. I could see that. Okay. Nah, that little midget def botted. And now that boy is going to pull his contracts with the lawsuits. These are the kind of comments right here that get on my nerves. Because this is how you know people have bought in to the bullshit. People defend things based on who's violating, right? In any other sense, people will look at this and this will be a soft-ass move. Now you got people saying the boy is going to pull his contracts with the lawsuit. And saying that shit like it's some cool shit. Like, they literally saying this shit like it's cool. Like, it's something people should be like, yeah, he gonna sue. Like, that's cool today? Man, where have we gotten, man? Listen, man, this shit is going crazy right now. Insane. It's literally nothing else to say about that. It is what it is. This is what Akademiks does. Spins and spins acrobatically. Whatever it takes to defend his guy is what he's gonna do. Right now, I think he's on a Kanye train and he probably double texting Kanye. It is what it is. Let me see what the chat gotta say. He said, I feel like Ak thinks Drake is singing baby girl. Baby girl. Mo said, shit is hip hop law and order now for real. That's what it seems like. It's like now it's cool to like sue. Like anybody else would have did this. Can y'all imagine if Kendrick sued Drake for defamation? Can you imagine if he sued sued, this would be all they would be talking about. They would be talking about this shit forever. But now it's cool to sue. Okay, all right. Heaven's Reject said, well, I heard the bitch got hit with 3 zebras in a month. What are you talking? Yo. Yeah, Alicia said he's not getting those contracts. Let's be clear. Good point, because I feel like a lot of people think that just because they denied the motion to stay, that means that they're going to get everything they asked for. They're not going to get everything they asked for. I know they took that as a win, but you got to understand where Drake fans are at right now. Everything is going to be considered a win. They're going to celebrate anything, man. Anything. If Drake get an air purifier right now, they're going to be like, yeah, that's a win. Like Drake got an air purifier, yo.
Okay.
Friday said pushing a narrative requires sacrifice. So if Kendrick did sue, it would be the opposite of this current world. The contracts need to be kept private. That's the point of them being kept private. So with the contract, it's a slippery slope, right? Because contracts being confidential are the reason why people can negotiate certain things, right? So now if you have a contract that's like let out there, now you're gonna have people that's gonna be like, well, how you got that? I should be getting that. You know what I mean? Everybody knows like your contract is definitely your contract and your business. And that should be for everyone. Some people probably have contracts where they don't even want people to know what they getting paid or what their deals are. But this is why this case is super important, because it sets the precedent, right? For like what happens after. You know, is it now that like everybody's contract has to be disclosed? Is it now that every time you think about making a diss record or saying something about somebody, you got to watch what you say because now you can get sued for it? You know what I mean? This literally can ruin hip hop as we know it for what it's been for all these years. And then you have somebody come in this shit and do this shit. It's crazy, bro. Like, it's wild to me, but this is where we are. This is where the boy has gotten hip hop, gotten to a space where people think it's cool to sue. But I don't think anybody thinks it's cool to sue. I think it's just the people that love him, accept it, and want to make it seem cool to sue. They make excuses for every action that he's shown. Caught him on stage with, you know, they made an excuse for that. Sued, they made an excuse for that. Lost the battle, they made an excuse for that. Numbers don't look good, they made an excuse for that. There's always gonna be a reason that they find. So, hey, said the contract will not be disclosed. They're just asking for it. Yeah, they just asking at this point, but I don't think they're gonna get it. I think that's super invasive, like to be putting somebody's contract out there for the sake of you feeling good about yourself. I don't know what he's expecting to see in there, but let's not forget the fact that this nigga is suing, bro. We still gotta keep that out. This man is suing over a diss record. Don't let nobody tell you any different. He's suing over a diss record because the bots thing is out of the lawsuit, right? It's gone. So what else is there left to sue for? Defamation over the record. Because originally it was that they promoted this via bots, whatever you want to call it, to destroy you. So now that the bots and other shit is gone, what's left in the lawsuit? The shit that was said in the diss track. So, hey, look. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how this goes. It's gonna be interesting to see. I don't think this is gonna go well for him. I don't think this is gonna work the way he thinks it's gonna work, and I think he's gonna take a hit from this, a massive hit from this. But we just gotta see how it goes. It says suing in hip hop. What world are we living in? It's insane. It's insane, and I don't know if any artists really stand behind this. Drake is trying to spin this into we looking out for the artist. So that's why everybody wants to make this a people versus the machine kind of thing. They want everybody to look at UMG and be like, well, UMG has been against us. We're fighting for the people. This is against the machine. That's the way they're trying to make this thing look. And obviously that's the way that it helps them for their optics. But hey, it said Drake is going to ask for K.DNA.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.